Okay, everybody. So we have four builds that I wanted to show you that I've been struggling, not really struggling, but having a hard time to pick which one I like more. When I say four, it's really two weapons with two different builds for each of them. It's kind of the same build, but for two different ways. This is better to just show you anyway. So we have the power version that has rage and four threes. Then we have the speedier one that doesn't have rage, but only has two twos, or two threes. So, what we're getting rid of on this one, we're finishing off the utility slot that we have on this one with conduit for that increased speed, and we have finished off Wild Frenzy. On the power one, you only really need Wild Frenzy 3 for it to feel okay as well. I happen to like speed more than just going for that raw damage. So I've been playing with these because I finally was able to get a good crit build going for Chainblades that I actually like. It's Cunning, Overpower, Predator, Rage, Berserker, Discipline, and Energize with Wild Frenzy. The speed one has Conduit, Cunning, Overpower, Predator, Wild Frenzy, Berserker, and Discipline. I've been really wanting to play with crit more with Chainblades, especially now since we have a base 5%. Now, I wanted to get Discipline up as well, like up further, but I can't really do that. So I went with, because I want to make an all-around good crit build. But with Chainblades, you don't really even need that critical strike chance for anything, really, because you have a 100% chance to crit with Serrated Blades. Serrated Blades is a 100% chance to crit, so I've been really wanting to start doing a Cunning setup. So, from going forward, Cunning will probably be in majority of all my DPS builds. Just because it's not really a commonly used cell, because it's not the greatest for most weapons. For Chainblades, though, I feel that it's pretty good. Because with the, 150? The critical damage bonus is 115. With this, it's bumped up to 180. So it's 180 bonus damage to your Serrated Blade. I don't know, I'd rather like this more. Just because it has all the niche that I like. It has that big burst when you do land a Reaper Slam. And you get that crit, that sweet crit. And you have the number spam. So, it's a win-win for me. Now, we have an Umbral variant for this build as well. So I guess you could say it's a good preparation to have if they release a Radiance escalation or an Ice escalation. You already have either a power or a speed fire, a power or speed Umbral. Now it's both the exact same on all of these, because again it's just either power, speed, Umbral, or fire. It's really your choice. Now, the kicker is the unique effect. Clyde always has something to say. Don't you, Clyde? Anyways, the kicker with this is that 225 is usually really superior on Chainblades because you attack so fast. Anyways, and you would think with the speed one this would have more of a benefit. But with this build, I'm able to keep 7 8 orbs with the Riftstalker. The Riftstalker weapon, usually I'm only able to keep 5 to 6. The majority of the time I can hit that 8 when you Serrated Blade procs. But even without Serrated Blades, I'm roughly around 7 to 8 most of the fight. So, this build really made me look at Riftstalker Blades a little bit more. Because usually, it was Hellion at the top, Boreas right below Hellion, because of the Boreas way it is with Chainblades is pretty nice with Munson Blades. But Riftstalker was always kind of just there for me, because can't really keep up the orbs very much. But now I'm able to keep them up quite a bit. Be able to keep them up with this build. Now, you can use this build on any other weapons as you please. For some people who have a harder time with stamina control on the axe per se, because you guys, I'm sure if you've been watching me on Twitch, you've seen me use these builds most of this week and a little bit of last week. But what most of you have been watching me do is the fun little interaction between Thrax's axe and Flight of Ruin. You can use Berserker on this axe, and a lot of people hate the fact I use Berserker on an axe. I usually switch between conditioning and Berserker just because I like a fast-paced axe, so I can hit more. When you only do a 2-charge, you can usually get Berserker stacks and keep them up, especially if you throw your axe just right. You can get a full stack and slam. You gotta get the right positioning though. Oh, I'm getting distracted. So, what I wanted to show you is the interaction between Flight of Ruin and Thrax, his axe. It is pretty fun. Like I said, you guys have been watching me play it almost all week. Now, we're gonna head over to the training grounds, and I'm gonna show you the small interaction between those two weapons. Other than that, that's really the 4 builds. It's really up to you guys to choose, because I was unable to really choose if I wanted the power or the speed. So I'm leaving it up to you guys to pick which one you like more. The fire, power, speed, or the umbral, power and speed. Now, let's head over to the training ground so I can show you what I am talking about. Okay, we are here in the training grounds, and to show you the interaction I am talking about with the axe, and usually you want to be like this way. I don't really know the distance to say it, but usually you want to be this far away when you're using Flight of Ruin, so it stops at the behemoth and sits there for a little bit, just taking up and building some meter. Now, if you're fighting different behemoths, like say Charog, it's really long, you can usually stand a little ways away from the head, throw it all the way down his body, and it'll sit at the tail, and then come all the way back to you, back of the head, and just slam. Flight of Ruin is personally my favorite over Grim Onslaught or Relentless Onslaught. Everybody keeps telling me to use Flight of Ruin because it is, but not Flight of Ruin. Grim Onslaught because it does do a bigger burst damage, but honestly, I don't care. I'm gonna keep using this. I'm gonna keep irritating people. I'm gonna keep using it with Berserker and continue to irritate people. But anyways, the interaction that I wanted to show you was you can throw your axe, do your legendary ability, land, and then slam. It's a fun little reaction. Unfortunately, it does cause the behemoths to reset sometimes, so that's really unfortunate, but you throw it, you leap, it's coming back up to you, you can slam down, and then slam again. It's a fun little interaction you could do with the Thrax axe and Flight of Ruin. You can throw it with Grim Onslaught. You could throw it, hit it, and then jump again, but you won't have your axe to slam. So when I enter fights, this is usually how I start it with this axe build. It's pretty fun. But that's all I wanted to show you. I will have the 4 builds, the 5 builds plus with the axe one down below with conditioning, because that's what I've been playing it with, because I'm not that great with the axe yet. I'm getting better. My stamina management, it's so-so. But anyways, guys, hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Stay safe, and if you enjoyed the video, hit the like button. If you want more, subscribe. And if you guys change up the builds, let me know in the comments below. If you guys have anything to ask, anything to say, feel free to say it there too. Take care, everybody. Have a wonderful rest of your time. And thank you for watching. Take care, everybody.